What up, folks? Bring you another one. Now, this one I'm calling We Are Our Worst Enemies. Now, it's crazy. Like, I don't know if I want to call it like people are mentally ill or just stupid or a mixture of both. Because we are our worst enemies because of that. Like I said, is it mental illness or stupidity? So people always go against themselves. Not all, I'm not going to say all, but majority of people will go against themselves. If you ever watched that documentary movie called The Great Hack, it just shows you like the type of shit that goes on in this world, about how manipulation works through like social media, and it just shows how people are so easily manipulated that even if it was something to benefit them, they will go against themselves. And I'm like, you're your worst enemy. Like, you're so easily manipulated, you will go against something that will benefit you just because you don't like the person, just because this person doesn't tell you something doesn't basically say something nice to you, like, oh man, you could do better, keep it up next time. You know, like telling you a good job, saying, man, you fucked up. Like, motherfuckers want to hear some of the sweet talk them, like, but I'm like, I'm the type of person, I really don't give a fuck how you tell me, as long as it's right. I don't give a damn who says it. It could be the devil himself. If the devil's right, I'll give him props. But motherfuckers just like that person that's cool, that talks to them nicely, because I don't know, I guess they just like someone to talk nice to them. But even though that person talking nice to them is not benefiting them and is hurting them, they will still like that person. They're their own worst enemy. Like, that is crazy. Like, this one girl I was talking to, well, a girl I talked to, her friend, she says she basically works 7 days a week. I think she's like, what, 10 hours a day or some craziness like that. I'm like, okay. I'm like, why do you work so much? I have bills to pay. So I asked her one simple question. I said, do you spend more than you make? And she's like, yes. I said, there it is. That right there answers all your problems right there. If you cut back on your spending, you won't have to work as hard. And I'm like, you're your worst enemy. You're your own worst enemy. And I'm like, is this stupid or just mental illness? I don't know what it is, but that's the type of shit that people do to themselves. That's why we are our own worst enemy. The stuff we do to ourselves, and then we question ourselves on why our life sucks or why we're struggling, but we'd rather hate on the next man or next woman because of the choices we made to fuck our own lives up. But you're gonna hate on the next man or woman because they made the right decision in life to make their life easier and better. You're your own worst enemy. I don't know, I'm having a hard time saying that. You are your own worst enemy, and it's sad that people look at it that way, and they don't want to basically they don't want to criticize themselves, and they don't want any other person to give them constructive criticism on the way they're moving. If you're moving wrong, you're moving wrong. And if someone's trying to help you, you should not be freaking getting upset and all in your feelings. You should be accepting that constructive criticism. Come on now. But people like being their own worst enemy, which is crazy. But that's a lot of people out here, man. But like I always say, I ain't gonna talk your head off. Keep pushing through the bullshit. Peace.